Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm so excited to be filming today. Today we're doing a get ready with me and we're going to be using the Fenty Beauty foundations. That's the main star attraction in this video. And then I have a couple other new products that I'm going to use and some products that I'm going to be retesting. So things maybe that I haven't used in a while that I kind of want to try out again. If you haven't been here before, by the way, my name is Shannon. Welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back. And of course, hit that subscribe button if you do enjoy this video and give me a thumbs up. You can also hit the bell if you want to get notified, of course, for any future videos. But this is going to be a pretty chill video. We're just going to get ready together. It's not going to be like a full out tutorial, but you can kind of like just chat with me, see what I'm up to, see kind of some new makeup. So if you want to stay tuned for that, then yeah, keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm back. I have you zoomed in a little bit so you can kind of watch me as I do my makeup. So I'm going to start off with a palette I actually recently talked about in a video. And I had said that is one of the products I don't grab for. I'll throw that video up in the cards. Now I was kind of on the fence about this because I hadn't used it a lot, but I knew it had good pigmentation. So I was kind of looking at it again last night. Sometimes I have so many palettes that I sometimes forget about palettes. But I looked at this one again last night and I thought, I'm gonna just like sit and play with this. So I am that weird person at night. I will take my Clinique, the Take Off the Day Balm. I really like that. And I'll just like lather it on my eyes and take that off and then just apply new eyeshadows just to test them out. So I was trying a bunch of colors last night out of this palette and I was like, I really need to just use this. I actually was gonna film a video with the Soiree palette that's coming in BoxyCharm from Pure Cosmetics, but I just really want to play with this palette and I can create so many simple looks, and it's a foil eyeshadow palette. So the palette is this one here, the BH Cosmetics, the Tropicana, what is it called? Club Tropicana 28 color foiled eyeshadow palette. So that is it. Really pretty colors. I played with so many colors last night. Like I played with this one, I played with the purple. This green up here is like beautiful. And then I really liked, which color was it? This color down here. It kind of, you can't really tell on camera, but it's kind of like a green, I don't know. It's like a duochrome, like deep greenish, gray, black. I don't know, it's a beautiful color and I think I'm gonna just use that all over my lids for like a really simple look. But when I was playing with this last night, the color was beautiful. I of course use my fingers to apply. It is a foiled eyeshadow palette. So I'd either go in with your finger or like a wet brush or use like a setting spray on these. But I think alone they wouldn't apply as well with just like a normal brush, but definitely wet them or just use your finger and they apply really nice. So I'm going to go in with this color, and I always start with my eyes first, so if you're wondering that, that's why we're doing that. So let's go in with this color. And one thing I wish that this had was a mirror, because it's so hard for me to film without a mirror, but I'm going to use like my little Marc Jacobs mirror. So I'm going to take some on my finger, and we'll go in on this side first. And I mean, look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. And I figure since I have a little bit of green on, this will go really nice. And as I said, I'm just going to use my finger to apply this. And I'm not even going to go in with the transition shade, because one thing that's really nice about duochrome shades is that you can really work them into your crease. I am going to use a brush to buff out the crease though, so don't worry about that. It's such a pretty color. Okay, so I don't need that. I'm gonna go in here. And if I'm making like funny faces, sorry guys. I do that sometimes on camera, but yeah, that's just me. So I am going to take a little bit on my brush and just make that a little bit deeper. You can put tape on the outside of your eyes too. I'm just going to clean it up with concealer after. And then we are of course going to do like a highlighting color as well. We're going pretty smoky today. I'm gonna put a little bit more. But I mean, you can see the pigment on these is really nice for just like, this palette costs like under $20, I think. So that's a pretty good freaking price tag for that kind of pigmentation. They don't feel like as soft as some shadows, but I'm okay with that if it has good color payoff and this lasts throughout the day. That'll be a test too if these like actually stay in the eyes as vivid. Some eyeshadows I find will just like fade away throughout the day. I have one of those like Aqua Elf ones that actually do that, which kind of sucks. I'm so glad it's the weekend, by the way. I'm just having like a chill weekend this weekend. I did Foam Fest last weekend in Moncton, and basically it's like a 5K run, but it's more for fun, so we walked most of it. And then you have like a bunch of obstacles that you have to go through and do, like mud, crawling through the mud was one of them. You had to like go over things, under things, through like a giant bunch of like foam slides, and it was really fun. And then there's like a death drop slide at the end where it was like really high up. That was pretty freaking cool. And I'm not really scared of heights, so I loved that part. Unfortunately, I mean, we were kind of lucky, I should say fortunately, because it started raining really bad later in the day. So it was pretty freaking crazy later in the day there. We were soaked already, and then we got even more soaked. And you actually had to, at the end, like, if you wanted to change, you had to change in a tent with all the other people that had ran. So you had to be a bit comfortable with showing your whole body to people, but I didn't care. I actually lived in Korea for a while, and I used to go to the, I don't know if now I can't even think of what they call them, but kind of like a sauna that you would go to, and everyone was naked, but no one cared because that's just the way things were there, and they were used to doing that. So, I mean, to each their own. If you don't mind that, then why not? But yeah, it didn't bother me. I got changed. I actually brought a jumper because I knew I could just like throw it on, so kind of worked out for me. Alright, so I'm going to go in with a different brush now that I have that kind of deepened out. And you can see, like, I mean, right now it doesn't look amazing because I don't have foundation and everything on, but when I have this done, I think it'll look really cool. So I'm going to go in with a lighter shade. I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here, this white. Oh, we'll try to get that up there. This kind of white glimmering shade. So we'll go in with that one. This palette's kind of good because I can like sit stuff on it. So I'm going to tap off any excess because there is quite a bit of kickback with some of these. We're just going to put that up along here. So yeah, I'm keeping kind of a chill weekend and then staying around the house probably. Might go out for dinner later, it just depends. I'm pretty, a little bit poor, mainly because I spend too much money on cosmetics, but that's the life of someone that does this and someone that really loves makeup. But I don't recommend that you don't spend money when you don't have it either, but you know, we all do it sometimes, so what can I say? I'm just one of those people. And my brows I'm gonna fix up too. They're a little bit, they're not the best right now, are they? So I'm going to fix those up after I do like my foundation and all that stuff. I'm probably going to go ahead and put some liner on. I think a black liner would look really good with this look. So yeah, I think I'm going to go in with that. Alright, so just one moment and I'm going to get my black liner and we're going to see if we can do that on camera. Alright guys, so I'm going to be using my NYC liquid eyeliner. This is what this one looks like. I show it all the time. It's the only thing I really like to use for an eyeliner. And this one I believe is Extreme Black. I think that's the blackest one that you can get. So hopefully we can do this on camera. It's going to be a bit difficult because I'm like sitting really weird in my bathroom. I don't have a lot of areas that I can film, so that's kind of why I do this. But yeah, we're gonna go in I'll go in on this side first, so I always just start by the wing. Alright guys, so that's one eye done, one wing. So I'm going to go in on the other side. Hopefully I can make these sisters. Liquid eyeliner can be a bit tricky. It really takes a lot of practice. So if I'm not talking a lot, that's why. We're just going to like zoom through it quickly. So I'm going in with just a bit more to like even them up and kind of make sure I have the black everywhere that I want it. And then we're going to be done. Alright, so I think I have them done pretty well. So that's going to be my wings. It does look better definitely with wings, and I think it'll look even better once I have my actual foundation on. So that's going to be the most exciting part, is going to be the foundation. So I actually forgot my oval brush, so I will be right back, and then we're going to go into the Fenty Beauty foundation. Ah, I'm so excited. Alright guys, so I'm back. So I went and got my Pure Cosmetics, this like oval brush. I actually find I like this best with this foundation. Now, I had worn this the last 2 days. I thought I would hate this because it is a matte foundation. I see mixed reviews. Some people raved, some people hated it. I think it's because of your skin type. Like I said, I don't usually like matte, so I was scared to get this. But my skin is pretty normal right now. I do keep it pretty, as much like hydration and moisture in it as I can. I did throw a moisturizer on this morning. Now, it'll be my first time using it with a matte primer, which I don't know if is the best idea, but I wanted to try this Too Faced Primed and Peachy Cooling Matte Skin Perfecting Primer. Such a long name with some of these things now. So this is just a sample size that I got with my order actually when I ordered this, and I don't know why I wanted to try this. I really like the smell. It doesn't smell too peachy. I like peaches, but it kind of just has like a sweet smell, and it says it's infused with peach and sweet fig cream. And it's supposed to be, it is definitely cooling, like it actually feels moisturizing, but it's supposed to be mattifying, so I don't really know. I'll see how I like this. I did find, I don't know if it really did much for my pores, but I don't have huge pores, but I don't know, I did like this, so we'll see how it works with this. But usually I use the Marc Jacobs Coconut Primer because it's super moisturizing. And when I wear a matte foundation, I want something that's moisturizing, but we're going to try these two together and see what I think. As I said, I do have pretty normal skin right now, so keep that in mind. I don't have to cover up as much as other people, and I don't have a ton of dry spots or anything like that. So if you have a lot of dry spots, I would probably steer clear of this, or like any kind of like acne or things that this foundation would cling to, because it is really matte. But in saying that, I'm going to apply. I did find it worked best with one of these oval brushes. I really liked putting it on with this, so that's what I'm going to use today. And yeah, we're going to give it a good shake. It does say to shake it well, so keep that in mind. So we'll get it all ready. So this is what the bottle looks like. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It is pretty heavy. There's actually 1.8 fluid ounces or 1.08 fluid ounces. So it has more than a typical foundation, which is usually 1 fluid ounce, which is nice. I think in the US this retails for 32. In Canada, I think it was around 42 Canadian. And of course I got it on Sephora. Yeah, I got it pretty quickly. I'm kind of excited to try it. I like the packaging. It's pretty standard. It is a really nice heavy frosted glass. It feels luxurious. The top is just a plain white. You can see that I already made a mess of it, but yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm glad it has a pump. I hate when foundations don't have a pump and you pay that much money for them. So let's give this a whirl. Give this a whirl. I sound like an 100-year-old lady. I don't know. I don't feel like that's something a younger person would say. So this is quite watery as well, so don't expect it to be thick because it's not. So I'm going to actually take it right on my brush. Usually I put it right on my face, but this brush is pretty dense. Apparently I can't talk either, so let's just go ahead and put it on. I'm gonna put a pretty generous amount, and we're gonna do this on this side. Might help if I had a mirror. I might have to actually start going in right directly to my face. I just find this brush works really quick because that foundation does dry down really quick. So if you're not like really getting that on as quick as you can, it kind of gets streaky or it gets stuck in like one place. I'm gonna have foundation lips. I always just go over my lips. It's so hard to like do your foundation on camera when you're like sitting pretty much on a stool, but that's okay. We're gonna do it anyway. All right, so I have a little bit on. I don't have a ton, so I'm gonna go back in. I actually think I'm going to put it on my fingers this time. Okay, so we're just gonna go like that. And let's buff the rest of this in. Now you can apply this however you want. A lot of people use a beauty blender. So if you prefer that method of application, you can do that as well. I just prefer this. I find it kind of applies it a little bit quicker and more evenly, and it just looks better on my skin when I do it this way. Okay, so we can already see the difference definitely on that side. So I'm gonna go in and do the other side. So we'll do the same thing. I'm gonna put a little bit on my fingers. If I get this on myself, I swear, I'm so bad for getting like foundation on myself. You have no idea, guys. Alright, so let's buff this in. I'll probably speed the clip up a little bit so you guys don't have to watch me buff more foundation in. That is the foundation applied. I think it turned out pretty good. I'll try to like zoom you in if you want, just to like see up close and how kind of it looks on my skin. So just one moment and I will like zoom you in a little bit. All right, so I have you zoomed in a little bit, so you can kind of see like how it looks on my forehead. It does look pretty like smoothing on my skin, and I think it looked pretty good actually with that primer. I don't really see a lot of like visible pores. It looks pretty good around my nose, which I've heard a lot of people complain about kind of around their nose area. So I do really like enjoy that. And yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. All right, so I have you guys kind of zoom back out. We're gonna do the rest of my face makeup. I'm gonna go in with a concealer. Where is my concealer? Okay. I'm actually running low on this already, which kind of sucks, but I have another one, a backup, so that's good. So I am using the ColourPop Fair Neutral number 10. I love this concealer. I've used, like I said, I've had it in a bunch of my videos. I think I had it in my last faves video. I'll pop that up in the cards for you guys in the corner. But I really, really like this, and it's $6, so yay! So just a side note too on the foundation, actually, because I didn't really say a lot about the foundation. So this does come in 40 shades. Now I have heard some people say that this oxidizes a bit. I don't really find that this oxidizes on my skin. I find it looks pretty similar. It might a little bit, but I think that's just when the foundation dries down, which naturally tends to happen with the foundation. Like if it does oxidize, it's very, very, like a very little amount. And this actually matches my skin tone really well. I am in shade 170. And this is light, kind of with pink undertones, which works really well for me. There is a huge, like I said, shade selection, so that's really good about this brand. But yeah, so far I am liking this, but like I said, if you are someone with more problematic skin, I would probably steer clear. Alright, so now on to our concealer, our ColourPop concealer, which we know I love. So I'm just going to do what I normally do with concealer. You guys can kind of watch. So I don't know, like like I said, I'm having a pretty chill weekend. It's gonna be hard only having 2 days off. I've kind of had a few like long weekends and taken like a vacation, and I'm not doing that this weekend. I'm actually a little stressed. Like I have some things I have to get done for work next week, so I don't know, guys. I really do like my job though. I just got on like full-time actually. I've been there for 6 months, but the first 5 months were just kind of like a contract term, and then I ended up getting hired on. I didn't think I was going to for a while, but I was lucky enough to get to stay on, so I'm really excited. And it's kind of nice. I work Monday to Friday, and I have like all my weekends off, which is kind of what I prefer. So yeah, I do look really crazy right now, and I'm looking in my viewfinder. Oh my goodness, really light, don't I? Alright, 1 second, I'm gonna get a brush, and it's over there. I'll be right back. I am back. Alright guys, so I don't know why I'm looking at my bronzer pan like I want to use it, because that is not what I want to do. Alright, so let's blend this in. I always blend my concealer in with a brush, and it's just the way I like to do it. I know a lot of people hate that. They like to do theirs with a beauty blender. And it's just not how I do mine, I guess, but oh, this concealer just blends so easy, and it looks so good. It looks so good. Look at that eye compared to the other eye. Like, I know it has concealer on it, but it's just it's so pretty. I've never checked if it like flashes back. Like, I don't use flash a lot, so I guess it's not really a huge concern of mine. Like, even when I take like my Instagram posts, I just use like natural lighting, but I don't get like, I never notice anything really. Sometimes I'll wear a foundation and it makes me look a little white, which is clearly flashback, but generally I stay away from like flash photography. That's just me. And like, you guys can see like how easily that blended. My lighting in here, by the way, is kind of shitty today. It's not that nice out here. It's kind of like foggy, so if I look like uber white, that's why. Hopefully I'm not like too bad, but we'll work with what we have, right? Okay, so I have that blended out pretty well. I'm gonna go in and set that actually with the Coty Airspun powder. Some people like it, some people don't. It is heavily fragranced, so if you don't like heavily fragranced things, you will not like it. So if you haven't seen this before, it's the Coty Airspun. You can get this at Walmart. I actually get this in the States. In Canada, where I am, I'm not sure if it's available in store. I think you have to actually purchase it online. You can go to Amazon actually to get this. If I can, I'll post both links. Like, I'll post one for Walmart and one for the Amazon if I see it on Amazon. Whew! Okay, I wish I had like a better sifter though sometimes. So hopefully I don't like drop this. I'm like holding stuff on my freaking leg right now. Okay, So I got quite a bit on there. I'm just using a Tarte double-ended brush. I'm gonna pack that all under my eyes. Now with the foundation, you don't really need to set it. It kind of like, it's matte, so it dries down really itself and it's not tacky at all. So that's one plus if you don't want to like set your whole face. This powder is so nice. It's so smoothing. You can like tell the difference even just looking there. It's really nice. It's a really nice powder and it's pretty inexpensive. I will say like Amazon though in Canada kind of I think jacks up the price. I think it's like 20 bucks and in the States it's under $10. So I don't know, even with the difference on the money, they're definitely jacking it up. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of powder on these areas, around my smile lines and on my chin. And on my nose, because my nose is like the worst part of my face that tends to like change throughout the day. Like I touch my nose a lot, so I notice that makeup comes off there first. Yeah, I'm not gonna do too much alt. I'm just gonna tap a little bit of powder and just kind of go around, but I'm not gonna put a lot because this foundation really doesn't need it. But I love the feel of this powder and the smell is pretty intense, but it does go away, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, you won't like this if you don't like anything fragrance. Trust me, stay away from it. And then this is probably like powder overload, but I love this powder. It's like Celebration Foundation Illumination. This was in that faves video as well that I did recently. I'm just gonna lightly go in with this because it does give coverage and I don't really need coverage, but it gives such a nice like kind of illumination back to your skin, and you lose that with this foundation because it's very matte. So putting this over it, I figured would give it some life. And I like the look of this powder. You can actually wear this on its own as well, just as like a foundation if you're going for a lighter foundation day. All right, so we are ready to bronze. So I'm actually going to be using this now, this Marc Jacobs bronzer. I really like this. I know it's like uber expensive, but I just like it. Sorry guys. You can use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and it's very similar, I think, to this. Whew, so that's pretty intense, right? So I'm gonna blend it out. Do not worry, we're gonna do the side of my face first. I'm gonna do up along my forehead. And you can see like how easy this bronzer, like, ugh, it's beautiful. It blends out so well. It's a matte bronzer too, which is really nice. I like my bronzers to be matte. A little bit of sheen's not bad. I'm actually curious to try that new like Too Faced bronzer that kind of doesn't look like a bronzer. It looks like a pie, but it has like pink in it and like a gold shift on the top, like a gold layer. So I'm kind of wondering, I've heard actually a few people rave about it, so I'm kind of curious to actually give it a try. So I heavily contour under here just because, or bronze up under here to create a shadow, because I do have like a little bit of drooping skin right here. I don't know. You can't tell usually because I really contoured up a lot. But I do have like, I'm not old, but I do have more aging skin than some people that you see here on YouTube. So I do have to do some of these tricks sometimes to make my face look a little bit different. I have a pretty round face too. And you can tell the difference on the side that's contoured and the side that's not. Yeah, it really makes a difference. So I love that video, like when Nikki Torres did like the power of makeup and you see like such a drastic difference. That was such a viral video, and I can kind of see why, because it really showed you how different you can kind of make yourself look. Not saying that you should like alter yourself to be anyone but you, but I know I'm someone that has like a huge passion of makeup, so I thought it was really cool. And I'm okay with myself without makeup. Like I feel more comfortable than I ever did when I was younger, but I just like makeup and I like kind of creating new looks with makeup. So that's, I guess, kind of why I do this and I like doing this channel. Woo! We are bronzed, girl. Aren't we bronzed up today? Oh my goodness. I'm already looking 10 times better than I did when I started filming. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. All right, so I'm gonna contour my nose just like a little bit. And by the way, these pink brushes I'm using are from BH Cosmetics. Really cheap. I actually got them with that Tropicana palette. There was like a special deal going on, which they have often. I think it was like $23. But I did have to pay customs fees at the door, which kind of sucked, but you know, that's hit or miss. I'm gonna do a little bit under my lip. And when you do under your lip, it's just to kind of give you fuller lips, even though I have pretty big lips, but I still like to do that on occasion. And then I'm just gonna take this brush that I use under my eyes and go around my nose and kind of like buff it in so it looks more natural. Okay. So that is all I'm gonna do for the nose. I don't do a big nose contour just because I don't know. I don't really need it. It does need to be slimmed a little bit because I have a pretty small nose, but yeah, I think that looks fine. Oh, my concealer lips, like I really, whatever. We're just gonna leave it until I put lip color on. It'll make my lip color more intense. That's what Nikki Tutorials always says, right? All right, so I'm gonna put need some blush. I love blush, guys. All right, so we're gonna use, I'm going to be like editing this video, I feel like forever. So I feel like it's gonna be so long. So let's do some blush, let's do some blush. As far as my camera is like, I keep having to shut it off though and like start filming again because it only films for so long, then it automatically shuts off. I don't have like, I don't know much about filming in cameras. I think I need like a card to put in it for space, but I just delete stuff after I'm done like uploading. Oh, this is such a pretty blush. This is Luminous Flush by Hourglass. It's really airy, you can tell I use it a lot. So it just looks like that. Really pretty color. I love these Hourglass ambient blushes. They're really pretty, really pretty. And they go on, you can see me applying them, they go on so effortlessly and they have kind of a nice sheen to them, which I actually really enjoy. Okay guys, so I am back. You guys won't notice this, but I had to stop filming because my camera battery actually died and I only had one. All right, so what are we gonna do next? I think I want to finish off my lower lash line and then I'll do my highlight. Now, when I was off camera as well, I did do my brows. I actually thought I was still filming. So yeah, I was talking to you guys and thought I was doing my brows and you weren't there. So I use just my Wonder Brow. I use this a lot. I really like it. So, and mine is in brunette, by the way. So it matches good for me. There isn't a lot of shade selection in this. I hate saying that together. I always mess it up. But yeah. There isn't many options in this as far as colors, so it might not work for everyone, but I really do enjoy it. So I'm going to go back into this palette and do kind of my lower lash line. And I think I'm going to use this Royal and Langnickel brush to smudge out underneath. I really like this for that. I got this, I believe, in a BoxyCharm, so love BoxyCharm. I'll link that down below as well if you guys want to sign up for a BoxyCharm. So I've been off for about like 15 minutes. So my foundation and stuff has been on for about 15 minutes. This is how it's looking. So we'll finish off the rest of my makeup. It shouldn't take too much longer. Hopefully my camera lasts. So I'm going to go into that same deep color that I have on my eyes to go underneath my lower lash line. So I have a decent amount on my brush. We're just going to go in along here. We'll just smoke it out a bit. It does make a difference like on your look, so you can kind of tell in the camera. Put a little bit more. This brush just works so good. This is one of the reasons I like getting like subscription boxes because I get all these other brushes. Because I don't tend to buy brushes a lot even though I really like them. And obviously I use them a lot, but I don't know why I hate spending a lot on brushes. That's why I tend to go for like more affordable brands. Like BH has some nice brushes for pretty cheap. That's where I got that pink set that you see me using a lot, and I'm obsessed for bronzing with this brush. You guys obviously seen it, but like it's just like it's really nice. It's big, but it's like kind of indented inwards. I don't know how to describe it. It kind of reminds me of a MAC brush that I see all the time that people use, but this is like way cheaper and it works really good. And it comes in that set that's like under 20 bucks. I'm gonna put just a little more on this side. Okay, so I have that smoked out pretty well. So I think I'm gonna use this to like a black liner on my waterline, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, so that is my liner done. I really like this eye look. This is why I like duochrome shades, because you can pop them on and it looks like you did like a really sophisticated eye look, and it's like one shadow with a little bit of black liner. Looks amazing, right? I love it. All right, so that's it for my eyes. So I'm gonna put some highlighter on. And what am I thinking for highlighter? Okay, oh, I got a new highlighter. I got this one from Stila. I guess this isn't like brand new, but it's new to me. I swatched it in Shoppers Drug Mart, and I am in Canada, so you may not know what that is in the States, but I shopped it. It's basically a drugstore. But I seen this in Shoppers Drug Mart, and I just had to swatch it, and I was like, this is so pretty. This is the Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten, and Kitten is like a very iconic color for Stila. But I swatched it, and I was like, this is so, so beautiful. So let's just, it's so soft and it feels wet, like putty, and it feels like it's like putty, but like a wet feeling. And it's so pretty, like, oh, look at that. Can you see that on my hand? Oh, it's so pretty. I just really like it. Now I would suggest for this to use a denser brush. I actually need to get like a denser kabuki brush, I think, for this. But I'm gonna put it on with just a normal highlighting brush. I just really kind of dig down into it to get it on. So once again, I'm just going to use a BH Cosmetics brush. I don't know, there's no names on it. I guess it's number 4, but it comes in like a set. So I'm really pressing down into this because it is a product that you want to get a lot on your brush. Okay, so I'm going to do this side first. And it's not too like crazy, like you can make it crazier, as I said, but like it's nothing too insane, which I kind of actually enjoy. And then you can actually just like take your fingers and go like this. And then take your brush over. Oh, I just like it a lot. I really like this. I swatched it and kind of fell in love with it, so I'm gonna do that side. Now, if you have a lot of texture, you might notice it because it does have like kind of that like, it's not even really glittery though, but I really like it. I just really like it. It just really melts into your skin and looks really good. And then I use my finger to do my nose. I always do like my upper lip. You can really see that, can't you? Okay, so I am gleaming and I kind of just brush like this to give my forehead a little bit of sheen. This really helps too with a matte foundation to kind of bring life back into it, but isn't that pretty? So pretty. I love this highlighter. And this color would work on several skin tones, and they have different colors. They have a lighter one than this, which is like an iridescent like purple shade. And then they do have like a deeper like bronzy shade as well. So there's a few options in this. It is a more expensive highlight. I think this is like 30 something in the US, and I know in Canada it's around like 42, so it is a more expensive highlight, so keep that in mind. But it's really unique, and it's not like any other highlight that I've tried, so I really like this. Okay guys, so I'm pretty much done. I'm gonna do mascara, but before I do mascara, I always like to spray and set my face. I'm actually gonna use Mario Badescu this spray. I don't know what it's called. It's for all skin types. It's a facial spray with aloe, herbs, and rose water. So rose water is actually a natural setting spray that I really enjoy. So I thought I would try this. I like the smell of it. If you don't like a rose scent, then you won't like this, but I do really like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And this will add some like moisture, I think, back into my skin as well. I would never use a mattifying spray, considering I'm more on the normal side, and if I do sway anyway, it's dry. Oh, that feels so good. Felt so good. Has a really nice sprayer on it, actually. I really enjoy that. Now, I usually take out a powder brush, just this Tarte one again, and I kind of like press it into my skin. I find this really helps like set everything in. And it looks really nice. I like that. Alright, so let's do some mascara. Let's get this mascara on. So the mascara I'm going to use is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Formula. And then I do also have this one that I use in conjunction with it, the False Lashes Mascara Extreme Volume and Curl by Essence. So I like this one for curl, and it kind of lengthens really well, but then I like this one as well, and I've been using them together. The Essence one is really cheap, like under $5, and the L'Oreal one is like under $10. And I don't know, I love the L'Oreal, like the Lash Paradise, but I kind of like these two together better. So, I don't know, I've been really liking those. Okay, so I have just one of those done. And then I'm going to go in with the False Lashes Mascara by Essence. I'm going to retouch to the inner part of my eye with more brightening with some of the stuff on the palette, just because I went over a little bit with concealer. Okay, so I think we're done for mascara. I do like that mascara combo. I use it all the time, and I just think it makes my lashes look pretty good. So yeah, really good mascara and really affordable, which is always awesome. And for a lip color, I'm going to use one of the ColourPop Lippy Sticks in Lumineer. This is a matte one. So these are like $5 or $6 on the ColourPop website. This is kind of like a more mauve-y toned color. I really like these, by the way. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of like the end of them, but they are really like a nice formula. I find them like nice and creamy. I'm kind of like everyone else where I'm like getting away from the whole liquid lipstick phase. I still wear them because I have so many. I don't know why I'm trying to talk while I'm actually like applying lipstick, but you guys feel me. Oh, if I get that on here, I'm gonna get so angry. Okay. Okay, I love that color. So, I think we are finished, guys. Alright guys, so that is the finished look. If you enjoy these kind of like get ready with me videos, let me know. Definitely give me a thumbs up, that really helps me out. You can share this video on Facebook. I would love for other people to see it. Yeah, and if you, like I said, if you like these, let me know in the comments. I do have a really expensive palette that's actually in my box, and my PO box in the States. So if I get over to get that, I'm going to do a video on that soon. You guys should guess in the comments what it is. I got it from Beautylish. I did like the 3-payment plan. It's a brand I've always wanted to try. She recently released a new palette. That is a hint as well, and I actually broke down and bought it. So if you know what it is, comment down below what you think that I actually splurged on. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.